And you could tell us which one we're going to do first and which one we are going to do second. So the title of the first one is The Wife Refuses to Get Rid of Some Old Sex Videos.
Is there a second one?
The second one is a lady came in 40 minutes before opening, demanding food, and then did the unthinkable.
Oh, it's such a good tease.
Hey everybody, it's Jim.
And it's Steve.
We are Inappropriate with Jim and Steve. We got another banger for you.
They're all bangers.
And if you are listening to us because you hung out with us last week and you've just discovered us because you are a Culture Dumps or a Woodstock 99 fan, welcome.
We're glad to have you here.
You're family now.
Yeah.
But it's summer, Steve. Summer!
Here at Inappropriate, you know we love summer.
I can't get enough summer. It just makes me feel good down in my plums.
I know.
Because I look great in a tan.
Yeah.
Like, speaking of tans, do you know you can get a tan without the sun, without tanning beds, without using a bronzer or tanning lotion?
Without using like UV light?
You can use nothing and get a tan. You can eat a food and get tan.
What?
It's scientifically proven that if you eat a certain food...
Watermelon?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not watermelon. God. It's just so funny. It's so late. I don't know. It's a vegetable, Steven.
Oh. Eggplant.
I'll just tell you. If you eat carrots every single day, you will get a tan. Your skin will start to turn
Orange?
a little orange, but tan.
How many carrots would you have to eat?
If you eat 10 carrots a day for about 2 weeks,
it?
You will turn noticeably a different color.
I don't think that's that many carrots.
I don't know how many carrots are in a full bag of carrots, like actual, not the cut up carrots.
Yeah,
but
you got to eat the whole.
You probably have to eat a full bag of carrots every day.
Bunny.
Yeah.
You got to be like Bugs Bunny and
Yeah.
eat.
So if anybody wants to do that and take pictures before and after, we will post them on Inappropriate with Jim and Steve.
I might actually try that just to see what happens.
Yeah, you need about 10 carrots a day for about 10 days to 2 weeks.
Because it can't hurt. It can't hurt you.
No.
Carrots help your eyesight, so
They have beta carotene in them, which is good for you.
oh, you know what? I don't know why more people aren't eating.
Walking around Donald Trump's orange.
Yeah. I know. What if that's the shade of like tan you get? Then
Maybe he just eats a lot of carrots.
maybe that's what it is. He just eats a lot of carrots.
But you know what comes in dead heat of summer?
The water shirts.
No, preseason football.
Oh, preseason football.
I saw an interesting fact because it's costing more and more, obviously, because now you have NFL Thursday nights on this. You have Amazon that. You have, whatever. If you want to actually watch every single game on TV, how much it will cost you a season.
You would have to have Amazon. You'd have to have YouTube TV.
Now you have to have YouTube TV
to get the NFL package.
Yep.
Then you would need ESPN, I guess.
ESPN Plus. You would also need Peacock.
Is that all the channels you would have to have?
You would need YouTube TV, the NFL Sunday Ticket, Prime Video, Peacock, ESPN Plus, and now Netflix.
Oh yeah, I forgot about fucking Netflix. $350.
It would cost you $855.86.
God, so fucking stupid. That's so fucking
if
much.
you wanted to watch every single game at home.
Remember when everyone was cutting the cord, streaming services or where it's at? Now it's fucking possible.
You know what I'm waiting for, Steve? I'm waiting for someone to package all the streaming services together and it's just cable now.
Yeah, it's just back to cable.
It's back to cable. We would have come full circle. Dude, I'm so sick of everything gouging us.
Yeah.
I know we talked about it before on this, but the fucking tip culture, I'm done. Let me back up. I tip and I tip well. If I go to a restaurant, somebody's coming to my table, they're serving me, somebody else is picking up my trash, whatever it is. Tip your waiters and waitresses and your bartenders well.
I agree 100%.
But if I have to drive to your establishment, I have to wait in line, stand up to order, then they call my name and I got to walk back up, get my food, fill my own cup up, find my own table, and then put the trash away. What am I tipping anyone for? You should give me a discount.
100% agree. With being in the summer, going down the beach, if you're on the boardwalk in Ocean City, every place you go to, if you want like a lemonade, they turn the fucking thing around and it says, do you want a tip?
There's no option for no tip on a lot of them. There really isn't.
Yeah, it's real small if there is one. Do you use Grubhub at all?
Never.
All right. We use Grubhub a decent amount. I'm getting away from it because I realize how much they mark up the price of food as opposed to just going to the place. I believe you should tip the driver that's bringing your shit to you. But now Grubhub does percentages. It will ask you if you want to tip 18, 20, 25% on the bill. Should I tip more because I ordered fucking sushi as opposed to ordering a pizza? One was $60, one was $30. If the fucking place is closer, I'm tipping them more for that. So I just have a flat fucking fee I give everybody.
It's very interesting. And 2 points. So I was in line. I like McDonald's Diet Cokes. When I go to McDonald's, I'll just get a Diet Coke. I don't necessarily get food.
Fucking delicious.
They are. And I fucking hate that I like a McDonald's Diet Coke. But anyway, the lady in front of me was an Uber Eats driver. Mm-hmm. Whoever ordered it, whoever was sitting at their house waiting, they ordered one orange soda from McDonald's, a large. It was $1.99. So they had a $1.99 charge, so $2. Then there was like the tax. Then there was like the Uber Eats charge. Yeah. And then there was a tip. This person paid $13 for a large drink delivered to them.
They're fucking
and I was
stupid.
like, what the fuck is wrong with this? So to the second point, if you go out to like, I don't know, pick a fucking random restaurant, Texas Roadhouse. Mm-hmm. You know, it's if you don't have a Texas Roadhouse in your area, it's probably a lower, maybe mid-scale steakhouse.
Yeah.
You know, great rolls.
Not quite Outback. It's level Outback.
I think it's exactly the same as Outback.
Same as Outback.
Texas Roadhouse, Outback, the same. Your family for, you know, whatever your meal cost is. But then you say, you know, your family goes to like a more expensive restaurant. The waitress does exactly the same. So why do I need to pay more? Because I'm tipping that waitress for
the percentage of what the food costs.
Right, but why? Because they're doing the same.
Yeah,
I should tip the waitress a same amount.
No, that's a very fair point. I never thought of it that way, but yeah.
It's hard to argue, but it's also hard to argue the other point because it makes total sense that a lower end like a diner waitress isn't doing any less.
She's probably working harder.
Potentially, yeah.
You know what I hate the most in restaurants? When the fucking manager comes up and asks, how was everything?
I've liked that one time. Let me tell you this. This isn't even our show yet. we're halfway through. But we went to this, what's that Spanish restaurant in Ocean City on top the...
Oh, yeah, it's the wine bar.
The wine bar.
Yeah.
So we went there, my wife and I, and friends of ours, Sam and John. They decided that night that they were going to test out a DJ playing dance music, like trance.
Oh.
And this restaurant is... it's a fancier restaurant, trendy. Like you don't gotta get like suit and tie, but
yeah,
you're putting on.
It's a night out.
It's a night out
with
without
wife.
kids.
Yeah.
And we got sat. It overlooks Ocean City. The
bridge.
The sun's setting. It's a beautiful night, and then all of a sudden it's like, and it's loud, and it's fucking. I mean, it would be like at a club, and we got appetizers. Like,
well, that's all it is there. I think.
Yeah, it's tapas, yeah. And the manager comes over and he's like, hey, we're starting to, we're feeling out this DJ during dinner. We're like, fuck the DJ.
Did you really say
that?
Yeah,
we were like, kill that shit, because that was horrible. If it was 10:30 at night, sure. This is like 6 in the, it's dinner time.
People popping e-pills and stuff like that.
Yeah, like, and if that was the case and people were dancing, sure. But like, we were in the midst of a conversation, and that DJ was like, which takes me to the first thing I want to talk about, parlays into restaurants. And I don't know if it's the worst customer of all time, Steve, but if it's not the worst customer of all time, she's got to be top 10.
She might be on the Mount Rushmore.
I'll give you the second story, and you can tell us which one we're going to do first and which one we are going to do second. So the title of the first one is, The Wife Refuses to Get Rid of Some Old Sex Videos.
Is there a second one?
The second one is, a lady came in 40 minutes before opening, demanding food, and then did the unthinkable.
Oh, it's such a good tease. Since we're going with restaurants,
let's continue that.
Let's continue that.
But first, I have, real quick, I always have these headlines that they're great segues, although they don't segue in anything other than they're so funny that I don't want to wait for them anymore. And I have a headline. I'm not going to, obviously the listeners can't see, but let me just show you, Steven, who I'm talking about here. What's this gentleman? This is the guy that's going to be in the title of this story.
All right. So he's a white male, probably late 20s or early 30s. He's got a fucking pissed off face, and he's got a little thing on his head like he's been hit.
He's very nerdy.
Yes. He knows all about Dungeons and Dragons.
And he looks like he's up to something.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is what he's up to, Steve. A Louisiana man is arrested after faking a physical and mental disability to get female caregivers to change his soiled diapers. What a fuck.
I mean, gotta appreciate the hustle.
In the top corner of this ad is him laying down like he has a disability. Like he's pretending to be mentally handicapped.
Oh my gosh, he's Johnny Knoxville.
All right, so let's you did the restaurant one, right?
Yes, we did the restaurant
one. All right, so the restaurant I work at opens at 11 a.m. I usually get there 30 minutes before opening to set things up, but today I got here an hour early because of some issues at home. This lady walked in about 40 minutes early, and I politely told her, hey, come back in 40 minutes when we open.
Mm-hmm.
But I want my Mountain Dew and my food now. Sorry, ma'am, the kitchen is not open till 11. She starts screaming and banging at the counter. I want my Mountain Dew and food now. Ma'am, you need to leave. No, I have nowhere to go. And if you're not open, why is your front door open? I need food now. This was my bad because I actually forgot to lock the front door when I came in. Ma'am, if you don't leave, I'm going to call the cops.
My first thought was like, why is the fucking door open?
Yes. And I've actually worked retail before and have forgotten to pull the the
metal gate.
The metal gate all the way down. I just put it like waist high. And motherfuckers will come under the gate.
Duck under it. Yeah.
They don't care. If they can get in, they're like, oh,
that's
I'm in.
Obvious the fucking store's closed.
Right. She finally leaves, and I see her go into the shopping center across the street. Around noon, when we were super busy, she comes back with 4 other people, and one of my coworkers was serving them. She comes up to me. I just want to apologize about the way I acted earlier. I'm not doing very well. I was surprised she actually apologized, and I just nodded, smiled, and kept working. Later, as I was cashing out another customer, she's walking towards me and says, you might want to send someone into the ladies' room.
Oh.
With a big-ass smile, she turns around, and there's a huge shit stain on her dress.
It's always shit.
The common denominator is always shit. As soon as she walks out the door, she sprints to her car. And I'm just standing there like, what the fuck? And then it dawns on me. After I cash out the customer, I go to the ladies' room, and sure enough, there's fucking shit everywhere. She even let her shit-stained panties on the sink. How fucking thoughtful.
She didn't need them anymore.
Me and 2 coworkers cleaned up her fucking shit.
Oh.
I fucking hate people today.
She did that on purpose because she couldn't get her Mountain Dew?
Yeah, like, she's probably bipolar.
Yeah, I'm
And
sure.
that's manic,
Anyone
crazy.
that shits all over the floor
true.
is not really fucking all there. Well, anyone who's sane would have shit all over the bathroom and walked out the door. They would have just fucking darted because of embarrassment.
Oh, like if it was like they just couldn't get to the door
Yeah,
in
they
time.
just couldn't get there in time and then just shit all over the floor.
All right, do you want to go to the next one?
This is the one I've been waiting. This is the one I've been waiting for. Of course.
Let me tell you a quick British joke first.
All right.
I don't even know if this is funny. It's fucking British humor. British humor is so hit and miss.
It is definitely hit or miss.
But it's like a British joke.
Like a famous British joke.
I don't know any British jokes, so it could be.
Yeah, you know what? Once I said that, I realized like I couldn't tell you
What's the most
one
famous British joke?
Yeah.
Cheerio. I mean, it's got some that in it.
Tea and crumpets.
Tea and crumpets. During a U2 concert in Glasgow, Scotland, Bono from U2 asked the audience for total quiet. Then, in the silence, he starts to slowly clap his hands. Once every few seconds, holding the audience in total silence, he said into the microphone, "Every time I clap my hands, a child in Africa dies."
That's so bad to fucking laugh at.
From the front of the crowd, a broad Scottish accent pierced the quiet. "Well, fucker, stop doing it then, you bastard." For British humor, that's not too bad.
That's pretty good. I hate fucking people when they push their agenda. I just want to hear you play Joshua Tree.
Right.
But where's Mysterious Ways?
All right, one more thing before we get into our final
All
bit.
right.
I've been collecting these little snippets on the internet, and I had no idea what the fuck I'm going to do with them. But I thought there's something here. What does Anthony Kiedis from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Leonardo DiCaprio, Dennis Quaid have in common?
I want to say
here's
Epstein's
one.
Island.
Here's one. And now Bill Belichick.
Oh, okay. I got it. They all are dating girls who are considerably younger than them.
Anthony Kiedis is 61 years old, and he's dating his 19-year-old girlfriend.
19?
19.
Wait, that was... Who was it? Which one was that?
Anthony Kiedis. He's 61.
Oh.
61.
Dating a 19-year-old?
Dating a 19-year-old. Leonardo DiCaprio is 49. Also dating a 19-year-old. And Dennis Quaid is 70. And although not quite as bad, dating a 30-year-old.
Yeah, that's not...
So they're all 40 to 50
yeah.
years older. And I know Belichick is like in that realm, 40 to 50 years older.
Oh.
And I just think, is that just what you do? Like if you're that famous and that rich and you just can, like are 19-year-old, 20-year-olds just better? Or it's got to be just sex, right?
It's
100%. Mentally, they're just not on the same page.
Yes.
So are you just that old to where you're like, I don't want to have talks with my women. I just want them to look hot.
Everyone looks at you like, what the fuck are you doing?
If we go out and we go to Target and there's a 61 and a 19-year-old, like obviously you think it's probably their dad, but
yeah.
If you know they're dating, you're like, that's fucking horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you see Anthony Kiedis courtside at a fucking Knicks game or something, and you see his hot ass girlfriend, and you go, dude, there's fucking Anthony Kiedis. His fucking girlfriend's hot. You know what I mean? Like, dude, yeah. But it's not, it is equally as shitty, but somehow they get a pass.
Yeah. I don't know.
If you were Anthony Kiedis and could pull, I mean, why would you pull a 61-year-old?
Like, why would you go with someone your age? Yeah.
When you can obviously pull a 19-year-old. Like, 19 just sounds so fucking young.
Awful.
Like, 27 sounds okay.
Yeah. It's a weird concept to think about, where when he was in like his prime, she wasn't born or just born.
Dude,
like, you know what I mean? Like when
he was 42. She wasn't born.
yeah. When he was saying, suck my kiss. Her mom didn't even suck or kiss yet.
Right. Her parents are probably too young.
It is fucking so gross.
It just runs rampant in Hollywood.
To flip the script a little bit, they only are dating them because of who they are. It's not going to work out.
They just bone. He just pops fucking blue chews. And he just goes to town and they create a sex tape.
I know.
Now, when she's 20 and then now they break up and she has a sex tape and now she's married at 35, 40, does her husband ask her to get rid of that sex tape?
That leads us into our next story.
It takes us directly into, my wife refuses to get rid of old sex videos she made with her ex and thinks it's massively unfair for me to ask her to. Like, right off the bat,
yeah. Right now.
Wrong. So let me just read through it. Maybe there's some more details. My wife and I were watching a movie and sex tapes were brought up. Specifically, deleting them if you aren't with the person anymore. She dropped the bomb on me that she still has ones that she and her ex from 7 years ago made together and doesn't plan on deleting them. I was, in my humble opinion, understandably upset. In her words, these videos are tokens of her youth and stupidity, and she'll never get to see herself as dumb and carefree as she was in these tapes. I told her that she can see herself being young and carefree in old photos. She passionately claimed that these photos are nothing compared to videos, and she doesn't have videos of herself from back then and blah, 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 blah. I straight up told her that I am not okay with my wife keeping and possibly watching videos of herself getting fucked by another guy and asked her to delete them. She said I was being massively unfair to ask her to delete something that she could never get back. She hasn't spoken to the guy in ages and doesn't have any feelings for him. It was just a background prop in those videos for her. She was massively headstrong about keeping these videos until her damn grave. Maybe I'm delusional. Is it normal to keep sex videotapes from your past if you're married?
Unequivocally, if that's how you say it, no.
Joe will tell us if that was.
Yeah, no. I don't think that guy's in the wrong.
No,
at all.
So I try to think, if I kept a video of an ex, why? You can remember having sex with an ex.
Yeah.
So, okay. Good, bad, indifferent. If I took a video of it, the only reason I would keep it is potentially to watch it again.
Yes.
Because if I have no intention of watching it, why keep it? Because then your phone could get hacked, it could get out, whatever, your kids can see it, whatever it is. Why would I ever want to watch a sex video other than, one, to get off? And if my wife was getting off to fucking one of her exes, I'd be super pissed.
Yeah.
And if I was getting off to fucking one of my exes, my wife would be pissed. Two, like, to reminisce of how good it was, which is also fucking equally as disturbing if you're married.
Yeah. She even said that she'll never remember herself being so young and
which bothers me, because as a married man, your wife... Oh, let me watch what I'm going to say here. Your wife is never more carefree than when she's without the kids.
Yes.
So to go back in time, she's never more carefree than when you guys first started dating. And as time goes on, the kids come.
Life happens.
So for your wife to go, I'm never going to be that cool chick again. And you're like, I just missed out on fucking everything. Like, she never lets me fucking videotape her. Yeah. You know what I mean? Now she's a mom. Now you know what I mean? Like, and the guy,
she's got a career. She's not
right,
going to like,
and all those things are great and wonderful. But sometimes a husband wants their wife just to be the sex kitten. Yeah. And if she's like, I was the sex kitten when I was banging this dude. Like, sorry, bro. You got the mom.
And I want to make sure that I remember myself that way. If you're married and your wife stumbles across, like it was in the cloud, was like, oh my God, there's a sex tape I made with an ex.
I did, or did she did?
She did.
Okay, so she finds her own.
She finds
in
her
the cloud somewhere.
And it's totally 100% forthcoming with it, where she says, I don't know where it was in the cloud somehow. I got a new phone. It downloaded everything on here, and this shit popped up. I'm gonna delete it just because she just wants to have a clean conscience. Okay. Would you watch it?
Ooh.
It's before
every guy would only watch it for the fucking same exact reason.
Comparison.
I don't even have to. If that dude had a fucking monster hanging to his
Louisville Slugger,
I'd be like, holy shit. But if he had like this little ping,
is that the gamble you want to take? Do you watch it?
I want to say I wouldn't. But then as soon as you delete it, you can never see whatever it is that you thought might be on there.
But then whatever you
want to be true, you can never unsee whatever it is that you see. It won't lead to anything good.
Yes. The bad outweighs the good.
By a large margin. There's only one thing that could make it be okay, and that's if his dick was so much smaller than yours that you're just like, I wouldn't watch it. I've always assumed all the ex's dicks are smaller than mine.
Yeah, you already think that.
And that's why she married me.
Yeah. So it's just like one of those things. Like, it can only be bad.
We were able to sit here and talk about this for the last 2 minutes. If you don't have that devil and angel on your shoulder to weigh the good and the bad right away, your instinct will just say, watch it.
Yes.
As a guy, you can't turn down a porn. If the porn is playing in 2 rooms away, it could be 2 unattractive people. You're taking a peek.
Yeah. You're peeking your head around the corner.
I only have eyes for my wife.
Yeah.
I just keep coming back to my wife. The same way that I hope our listeners come back next week to us.
That was good.
We rambled a little bit more than we typically do.
Yeah, we try to stay tight.
We went off the track and then we kind of brought it back. We went off the track again. Follow us on the socials in between. I think we have 24 koozies left.
Send us a message with your name and address. We'll make sure you can get one.
Or call us at 803-903-CALL, 803-903-2255, and just say, hey, give me a fucking koozie. Here's my address. I'm Jim.
I'm Steve.
And thanks for hanging out with us with Inappropriate with Jim and Steve. Come back next week.
See ya.
You gotta take control. Life's too short. Get out of your head, make a better life instead. You gotta give it all your best. So put your hands up to the sky and live your best life, alright. Don't just let it go by, just try, oh my. Got only one life, got only this time. We gonna get it right. You gotta let go of those who don't belong in your tribe. So cut the bad out of your life. Yeah, do it one time. You gotta work till you win and yeah, take control.